Oops, wrong one. Alright, what's up, guys? Let me get this loaded up real quick. Mute this real quick. And let me go back over here. Well, there we go, got it. Minimize that. Maximize that one too. Bracket to do. So I'm building a bracket. I've got to do some measurements, and this is what I'm looking at right now. I've got some LC, or excuse me, some EIAs that I'm going to be doing. I got to build. I did not quote that properly. I got to do 2 clamps. That sucks. Whatever. I made a mistake on my quote, but I'll honor it because it's my own fault. Minimize that. Let's go back over here. All right, let's get to work. So I have to measure some measurements real quick, and we have to figure out what's going on here. This needs to go back in there for now. Do I have my glue? I don't know. Let me light this other one up real quick. I got there we go. Put a battery in this booger real quick. Get it going. So today's our snow day here. So can I click that? Yeah, I can click that. Okay, today's our snow day, so we're getting as much done on a snow day as possible. That's unfortunately in my case not as much as I'd like. Uh, Looking like I'm gonna have to go grab something real quick. I might not be able to do this part of the project. My wife decided to do some arts and crafts, and she stole my glue stick. So this ain't gonna work. Um, no, we're good. I got another one. We're good. I won't be able to do any more after this, but we're good for now. Oh, now let's do some measurements real quick, and then we'll hop over to the other bench. It's a mess over here. I don't care that much at the moment. I just got to get to work. I just put some stuff back in line, and it messed everything up. It is currently doing pretty good. 49 degrees in the shop. It's good when it's like 17 outside. My little heaters are keeping up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do some measurements real quick. So let's go ahead and get a straight edge. Let's use that. That's probably a smart idea. So let's go grab one. I own a few of these things, so I can afford to have them in more than one place. So smart this. Where's my Sharpie? Um, Remember I said the other day, I told you guys I was gonna have some Sharpies, and then I was gonna lose them all, and I just have to get more. Well, I think on Sharpie number 3. They're all in good places. That's just a box that don't matter. I shouldn't have left it there, but it's all right. I'll get it later. It's my scrap copper box. I'll just knock it over. I'll deal with it later. So I've got about 10 more Sharpies over there, so we'll use them. Let's zoom in real quick so you guys can see what I'm doing. Mostly zoomed in. That's not too bad. That's a better shot now, though. So something like this. And then something like, I don't even need the second one, but I'm just checking to see if it's somewhat accurate. Hmm. That's wild to think about. Yeah, no, it's fine. We're good now. I was throwing myself off for a second there. That's still wild to think about. It's not quite. From edge to edge, it's literally still only 2 and 7/8. Oh. So around this top of this edge is fine. It's good enough. I'm not really that concerned about it. So we want to look and see how far this space is up. I'm going to get my caliper. It's going to be up here. So I'm building a bracket. And whenever you build brackets, you got to consider the basic design. So my base design on every setup that I do, if my battery will stay connected, it's around 40 mils, right? So if I use 40 millimeters as my base, then I'll know what I need. So I need 40 mils for height, right? So we'll add some more. And then we need 70 mils there. So I need 40 and 70. So it puts us at 110 mils. And then we've got to account for, say, probably 110. I don't know how I'm able to. What do you see that you got on? Huh. All right. I'm not sure why this thing is playing in my ear right now. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this Bluetooth off. Give me just a second. I'm not sure what's happening there. Somehow I got talked back on this thing. And I don't need to be hearing myself. I'll be pausing like crazy. So we want to give it about, what would you say? I could say I could go less than that. I go about 4 inches or so. So 4 inches or so. 101 mil, so 210 mil for total height. So 210 mil. That's what we're gonna need. So we'll go here. 210 mil, right? So let's go ahead and measure this booger off, see what we got right here. It's around 9. So I can go ahead and look for it, but then we'll have some extra height if I do that. So I'll do it at 9, but then we'll measure up 8, 1, 2, 4. So 210 mil. I'll just measure 4. 1137, waving a hand. Cletus, waving a hand. Hope you're doing well. I don't know what this thing is doing. I made some more weird noise. Is the battery dying? No, we're good there. Is that battery dying? No, we're good there. I don't know. I'm confused. I gotta grab a piece of 7/8 real quick. I got one of this drawer. I had a previous bracket that I was doing that kind of put this clamp on here like this, and it's not the ideal clamp. It doesn't grab the way it's supposed to. So what I do is I modified this clamp, and it's worked pretty darn well. Let me definitely not sure what's happening as far as this sound goes. Let me know if the video is working all right, guys. I'm curious for sure. 111 Needle Bender, hope you're doing well, man. Put that over there, let it dry. Get all my little spider webs and wrap it up. Gotta be working good. I was on Bluetooth earlier, but I'm not sure if it was actually. I actually checked the old video, and it was actually picking up my Bluetooth audio for the first part of it, and then it glitched up. I don't know what happened there, but I'm trying this thing out, seeing how it's going to work. So we're going to go ahead and move over to the other bench. I got an idea of what I need. So I've got a measurement that I'm going to do. I'm going to do 9, then I'm going to do 4, then I'm going to do 110. 9, 4, 110 is going to be the measurement for the most part. And then I'll go to the full piece will be 9. I might try to find a balance in between, but most likely it'll just be 9 full and 1 up to 110. All right, let's go ahead or 40 mil is all I gotta really know. So 9, 4, and then 40 mil. 40 mil is all that really matters, actually. So what's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? Hope you guys are doing well. Let's put you guys in this other gimbal real quick. She's on. Flip her around. You know, I could do that. That would actually be pretty neat. Let me try this real quick. Alright, come on. You can turn back on, buddy. Watch this. Okay. So let's do this real quick. Let's zoom out. I want to try this. Alright, so I can cheat. I can take this clamp off because it's magnetic, right? And then I can pull it off of there, take this clamp off because it's magnetic too. And then, ta-da! That's not bad. I turned this one off is all it was. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So just pull the clamp off and pop it on that clamp. That's better. Now the gimbal wants to go crazy when I put some weight on it, but that works pretty good. I like that. Alright, zoom out real quick. I'm pretty good on view. That thing's gonna cool off. We're gonna cut this. I've got to turn some noise. Look, you guys didn't see that project the other day. It was fun. So we did a little bit of door modification here. All right, so we'll go over here. I've got to deal with this material. I don't know where I want to put you guys. I think I'll just put you guys over here. You guys will see this big old pile over here. So I'll pull you guys up a little higher. Tan you down right there. And we'll get to work. So I brought another Sharpie over here, but I'm gonna grab another one out of the toolbox. Because at this point, I'm just gonna pepper them all around my shop, and as I find them, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, that's where that one went. Hey, that's where that one went," and I'll just be happy. I think I've done that so far. Not crazy in like a huge way, but I've done that so far with like measuring tapes. I've got so many measuring tapes right now peppered around my shop. It's wild. Oh, this is literally the only one I don't want to use. Let's get this one over here. I don't know why, but it decided it didn't want to show me comments, so I'll have to get back over there in a minute to talk to you guys about what you guys are saying, or if you have any questions. This is not a critical measurement, but it's definitely something I'd like to be somewhat consistent on. What is that sound? I feel like I can. Is there some sort of audio feedback? It sounds like there is coming off the phone. I don't know. If you guys are not hearing anything wrong, then I'm good. But let me know if you guys are hearing something weird. Alright, so I gotta put this way up here, out the way. Got this on this line. This is alright, but I'm not gonna deal with it because I don't feel like it. Scoot it back. Scoot this up. Now I'm gonna have to turn the shop back on for this part, so I do apologize. Whatever the noise was, it went away. Okay, that's weird. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't keep happening. Really? Sounds like the squeal is coming back. I wonder if it has something to do with the headphones. Whatever that noise was, it sounded like it went away and came back. So I hooked up. I just took the Bluetooth out of my pocket, and maybe that just trying to glitch it up. So I'm gonna plug this up on a different plug. I tripped my little power strip on that. I think it may be this. Let me try to. Ah, no, it's not that. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why this thing's making noise, and also why I have talk back in my Bluetooth. So it's literally my Facebook. I had a Facebook video playing in the background, and I didn't know it. So we'll try to kill this again, see if it has that random squeal. Sorry, guys, we're doing a little bit of technical. Put her back on. Did pretty well. going to come right back over here, but I think I found a pretty fast way to swap the gimbals. So we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Got project after project over here. So it started over here. So now let's try this out. Take that bracket. Take that bracket. Throw it on there. Turn that booger back on. All right, I like the audio with the Bluetooth. Okay, so we'll try to put the Bluetooth back on and see what you got. Because I've had some guys complain about not being able to hear me, but I figured out what the issue is with the noise. So let's move the other gimbal out the way. Give me just a second. All right, that should be charging right now, so we're good. Thank you. Okay, you going crazy? What? Look, that's the gimbal doing that. That wasn't me. All right, come on. You can turn around, buddy. You can do it. Okay. Okay. It was spazzing out for a minute there. So whatever that was. Waving hand 301. Hope you're doing well. 1137. Appreciate the feedback. Um, copy the everybody telling me it went away. And that should be everything. Cool. So I don't think it's the Bluetooth headphones because as soon as I hooked them up, we're good. It was because I think the Bluetooth was still on in my pocket and it was playing another one of my live videos in my pocket along with picking up the audio. So what happens when you have a feedback loop? Has anybody ever, I'm not sure who all's experienced that, but let's say we got this external speaker right here. And let's say we have, whatever, this microphone right here. If I key this microphone, this one especially, in close proximity to here, it'll actually cause it to squeal. So when you got Bluetooth headphones like this, we have a Bluetooth microphone right there, and we have an earbud right here. When it's in your ear, it's isolated from that microphone pretty well. But when it's not, the actual audio coming out of this can cause a feedback loop right in there. Copy that almost can't hear me without them. So, yeah, if everybody likes the new audio, let me know if you guys are, appreciating this or liking the audio better. If it's worse, on some guys, definitely let me know on that too, cause, that doesn't hurt my feelings, if it's not perfect all the way around. I like to try to do whatever I can to improve my stuff. I'm being a lazy bum today. We've got things going on. We've got our foot toe warmers to warm up our toes. We got our hot hands to warm up our hands if we somehow lose battery power, and our handy dandy battery powered hand warmers. I got my heated jacket on lowest setting right now because it's too hot for that. And then if it gets too cold in here, I got my handy dandy heated scarf. So we are doing full first world problems here with handling the heat. Now, could I absolutely heat my whole shop? Yeah, sure. But at the same time, I have to actually walk in and out of my shop. I can't just stay in one spot. So for me to heat up every bit of my shop and then also heat up the outside that I'm walking around to a lot of times, and I will be uh, on several of these videos, it just doesn't really make sense. But now I should be on the Bluetooth right now. I am significantly farther away from the phone. Let me know if the audio has gotten quieter. If it stayed the same level the whole time, the Bluetooth should be engaged. If the Bluetooth is not engaged, then it looks like it's only going to have to be done at the very beginning of the video. I'll look for you guys' comments and see what you guys have to say, and go from there. All right. So let's tidy up a little bit, make some marks, copy. Well, I don't know if that's an old comment or not. Yeah, it's good. But Facebook feedback loop in my station all day, actually. Well, that's an easy way to figure out and visualize a feedback loop. This is the current temperature in my shop right now. I can't pull up the weather right now. I guess I could. Let me just do it right here. Uh, I'm pecking it with one finger. I don't know where to put this gimbal. It needs to get out of my way for now. The current weather right now, according to weather.com, should be around 26 degrees right now. That's just what weather.com says. I don't know, but that's just where we're at. So it's doing pretty good. I got 25 degree rise, 24-degree rise, whatever the heck you want to say it. Cause I'm just under 50 degrees in here right now. I just left this in the box so I can return it whenever I want. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't got a place to put it. So I just put it there. Just left it in the box. All right. So let's line this up. Let's go ahead and do our measurements. So we want, basically a standard. No matter what size we build these brackets, we want a standard on how we build all of them. And that way, if somebody upgrades a system on something that I'm selling them, like if I sell them an 1 5/8" setup, and then they have a setup for, like 7/8 or something like that, then I want to, if I can, try to find a way to make this stuff backwards compatible where everything will kind of line up. Um, is it really going to matter if all the measurements are the same? Not necessarily. And also there is some degree of tolerance within an inch or so, but I just want to keep that, variance down to a minimum if possible. So I want to keep it on my end of the spectrum as little variance as possible. So you'd think I would line it up like that, but that's not how I'm going to line it up. I'm going to do my measurement based off of where they should put their stuff. So measure that down here. I'm about to lose my measuring tape, about to fall off the bench. There we go. There's our first reference. Need to do our next measurement. I can use the caliper, I guess. If I still have it over here. I've got to buy a few more of these. These are not that expensive, so I'm just going to buy like 3 or 4 of these calipers so I can be done with it. I own 2 of them right now, but the other one's a big C caliper, and I don't know. It's just I don't use it as much. Maybe if I got to. See that breath? Oh, it's so cold in here. I'm not just kidding. All right, so we use our measurement. So this is where the beginning of our bracket starts, just like the beginning of this bracket starts. I've also got to do a quick measurement here. So measure from center to outside here, line that up on 0, close enough to 0. Don't have to be perfect. 9 mil right there, 9 mil right there. And let's see if this is 9 mil. That's not going to be 9 mil. So not all these are created equal. There will be a couple millimeters of tolerance between them, but I'm going to try to, like I said, standardize it somewhat. So I got to go 9 mil further above this measurement. Now I got to find center. But the way I'm going to do that is just measure across just around 6 inches. It don't have to be perfect. Like I said, you're talking about, it's a 16th of an inch under, maybe even less than that, maybe a 32nd under 6 inches. So I'm going to pick 3 inches as my mark, and I'm going to stay close to this other mark right here. So that way I can go ahead and stay on the line. About right there. So my first hole is going to be centered right here on this spot right here that I've already got marked. So my next hole will be right above that. Just pretty much, what do you call it? Perpendicular, just straight up to it. Um, and then we'll go from there. Let me zoom in real quick so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So let you guys have a little bit closer of a shot. 10 degrees feel like 1 degrees. -3 degrees feels like -17. Jeez, man. All right, it's on. Audio stayed the same. So, okay, cool. Bluetooth's on. So, yeah, everybody else give me some commentary about this Bluetooth. See if you guys are liking it better. It might sound like more like an audiobook or something. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. There's my little spider web of hot glue that I have to deal with every time. I'm gonna roll it up, heat it up, and use it again. No, I'm just kidding. I bet you somebody would. Some frugal person would just wrap that up and melt it down and make it into a stick again and use it again. All right. So, sorry, that was a weird tangent. So let's go ahead and we know this is square for the way we cut it. We need to line it up, keep it on square. So I'm going to make a line like this. But now that's got this center line marked. That way I don't have to do another dot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use a measurement real quick to measure this out. My fingers aren't working too well. I don't know. I'm not that cold, but every once in a while, when it gets colder, it does seem like your fingers don't work right. So let's measure this booger out. It's Georgia. This is about as cold as it gets down here. I think with closest the coldest temperature we've ever had is probably it might have hit zero here once or twice. All right, so 51 mil right here. Measure from there, mark to that, and that should be pretty close. This will be our next dot. We'll have our main dot. Again, doesn't have to be centered perfectly. It just needs to be within ideally within a millimeter or two. Worst case scenario within like 3 or 4 mils. Um, not gonna freak out over something that's close like that. It'll be a worst case scenario. I'll go up on my drill bit size, 1/16 of an inch, just to get everything to line up and make life be easier. So, I have a bunch of those bits. I will not be using those just because I don't need to thread it. I need to turn this booger off. That heater's been on since I've been in my shop. So that's, medium. That's high. I never turn it on high. And I just keep it on low all the time and it's more than good. There you go. That's how to turn it off. Just trying to remember how to turn the dang thing off. Other ones still charging up. They take forever to charge, but they're pretty dang good. And then of course I got the heated pockets down here if I need them. Ooh, that's actually still warm. I forgot. Let's drill this booger with. I brought something. What did I bring? There was something I was wanting to do. I don't know. All right, let's go to. I'm not sure what size. I mean, if I got a quarter over here, let's see if this is a 1/4 inch. We may jump up to the next size up anyway. Jump up to like 5/16. Um, but in the meantime, what is that beeping? I don't know. Every once in a while, you'll hear staying charged. I've got a 140-watt charger set up to charge two computers, to charge one of my, um, to charge one of my gimbals and to charge that, hand warmer. And that 140-watt charger is just screaming over there, I think. It's what the issue is. That's what I think the noise is. Yeah, it's warm. So I'm gonna get another one of my chargers, or probably just bring my 250-watt charger down here, just so I can charge both the laptops and everything at the same time. Was that in the shot? Not quite. So let's turn you guys that way. Let's not burn the back of that chair. I think I did this last time on the drill press, maybe. Whoop, be careful. So now I have a special sacrificial microfiber. I can just grab all this crap, clean it off, and I'm gonna go over to that shop vac just real quick. Clean that up. See if this lines up. If it doesn't line up, we'll jump up in size just a smidge. Sometimes it's not really beneficial, especially for the customer, to make their job harder. And a lot of times I'll end up doing that, trying to be particular. Uh, so we'll see. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a pain. It'll line up though, maybe. But you don't want it to catch. I don't want it to be hard to slide in and out, but I also don't want it coming apart. So let's check and see if what I did earlier. Let me get lined up real quick. Turn over here. I knew I was out of the shot. Zoom out just a smidge so you guys can see everything. Let's move this out the way. That can go over there. Oh yeah, yeah. You guys didn't get to see my last little piece of spoiled. I guess I'll show y'all since we're here. Look, they even got a heated butt pad if I need it. One of those stadium seats. I need to find freaking, what is it, Todd Cox, I think. Hopped in here before. He told me he had some heated socks that his wife got him, and I've been trying to get him to tell me who made those heated socks for a minute. I need to find me some socks, man. That's probably the most annoying thing, to have cold feet when you're working. You know? Uh, that lines up good. We already know that. That did good. Let's go ahead and pop that back out. You guys didn't get to see that while ago, though. I don't think, at least. I might have been off the shot. So, so we need a little bit more. Not quite enough. So so see how I kind of bubbled it over the edge? I got to remember to do that. It's barely over the edge on this side. So now I gotta wait another 2 or 3 minutes for this thing to get warm and use it. So I want to fix that clamp, but I'll fix it in a minute. Um, this is just one clamp I'm making. I actually forgot that I needed to make another clamp. So the way the other clamp's going to be is going to be based off of this design. Now, this clamp is also a mistake. It's not like it's the end of the world. But it doesn't. This can function as this clamp for this customer. But I need to drill two more holes is what I need to do. Cause most likely what this customer is going to do with this clamp, I can almost guarantee it because of our phone conversation, uh, is they're going to have to move this clamp in this configuration, because they're going to clamp it. Let me try to think of how this is going to set up. They're going to clamp, and then this. Yeah, this is going to be like this. So I need to set this up like that. And there we go. So, I need to figure out the same, well, actually I don't have to figure out the same height. It doesn't matter. So this could be used as a universal clamp the way I just did it. So the way I'm going to do it is just line it up in the middle and have it in the same kind of general vicinity. Don't have to be perfect. Just has to be, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be, but I'm going to make it if I can help it. Measure this. So this is the annoying part with clamps like this. You have to make sure they're centered. So the way I'm going to do that is get my caliper. Yeah, I know it was snowing in Houston. I hear it snowing the Buckeye. I saw like blizzard-like conditions or something like that. They said in somewhere in Florida. I don't know where. Caliper is put up. So mils between the two of them. So we're going to be pretty well close to that on the 51. Let's make sure one more time. Gotta make sure my battery stays right. At 52 mils. So 52 mil will make 26 mil on each side. Zero it out, go to 26. See how close we get. See if I can repeat this. I did it dead on the first time with exactly a 1/4 inch. Let's see if I can do it dead on again. That means I was less than a mil off before. I don't know. If we can't repeat it, like I said, we'll just go up the next size. It's not the end of the world. I'm not going to hurt nothing one way or the other. But this customer is going to need this, and this layout. I know that for sure. Let's vacuum this off real quick. All right. It's not really centered, but it's okay. That's not what I'm trying. Not critical for this to work. Because this layout, ooh, we're close, guys, but it doesn't look like I'm close enough. Looks like I'm gonna have problems lining this up. It goes on. Maybe it's just catching on something. I don't know. Most likely it's just too tight. Let's get this booger cleared off. Snow here in the Buckeye. I mean, it'll go down, but that's just going to be a pain for the customer to deal with because they need to be able to get this off easily. So, I'm going to go out just one size wider on each one. I could go down to a 32nd instead of a 16th, but The whole goal is just to make it easy on the customer so they can put this back together. If I was doing it for no, I'd probably still make it wider for myself too. Vacuum this off. Bigger holes means better room for error. So you can slide it on and off, do what you need to do, put your clamp on, tighten it up, do what you need to do whenever it needs to be done. There we go. That's finished. So let's go ahead and add some glue to this. So we're to the one that's not tall enough. One is it? Let's do a little bit on each. It'll hurt my setup to do so. All right, and there we go. Turn that off. Let them cool off, and then I'll have the clamps that I need. They'll have a lot of grip based off because the way the glue is, it just grips very well. So let's go ahead and build another clamp because I got to get the other piece done next. That way, uh, here come very soon, I'll be doing these EIAs. So that's what I'll be working on. Probably the end of the week, maybe beginning of next week. I don't know. I'm also going to be working on a bird meter in the next couple of days, so I'll be working on that. I'm not sure if I'll go live with that or not, but I will show you guys anyway, maybe. All right, so this clamp needs to be this long. This is going to be mounted in the vertical position. We need enough 4 inches to make that clamp. Then we got to do a vertical rise. We'll do the same vertical rise just because, so we can standardize everything. So if we did a vertical rise, just under 5, right at 4. So we'll do 4 to 5 and I'll do a cut. Okay, come with me. Let's move over here. Where's the gimbal? Turn that gimbal on. Pull that bracket off. Take this one on. Ta-da. Zoom out real quick. Come on. And I've already got a measuring tape over there. Yeah, pretty much. I guess the whole South got snow. I didn't think it was coming. And then randomly in the middle of the day, it just started frosting us up. So I would not have assumed we would have got snow. All right. So 4, and I'll do 5. Yeah, this one and this one. I love having extra tools, to do what I need to do. Like, cause I've got another square over there. And yeah, sure, I could use it, but so much easier just having another one. So, is that enough to do so? Let me think about that. 1, 2, and then this goes vertical. I feel like I should do that a little longer, just because as much as I want to say that somebody's able to do this right, they're going to do this in a different layout. So that doesn't matter. So we'll make the other one exactly 5 and I'll make this one a little longer because that's a little stretch. So I can't completely standardize it, but it will be the same height, but it just won't be the same width. So that's too much. Too much to ask to fit 2 brackets on there to get them lined up and to have the proper amount of spacing between them. I need to go at least 1 more inch. So now that I've got the longer one, we're going to go ahead and do our next measurement, which is going to be uh, Yeah, cut. We'll get to work. All right. Hold on a second. I'll have to break away in a minute. But give me a second to do this. Sorry for the noise. Turn your volume down. One more cut. Watch your ears one more time or your speakers. I mean, maybe the skill saw is or miter saw is a little bit of enough a warning as is, but I don't know. I got a bit of noise canceling in these headphones, and then it's not going crazy with the shot back, but it's going wild with that skill saw cutting out. Leave that over there for now. All right, I'll take you guys over here with me to do some more work, and we'll be doing some more custom stuff. Step over this quick. Again, it's a mess over here. I'm not trying to win any beauty contests at the moment. Uh, we'd be doing a little bit more cleanup than I would be doing build video, but unfortunately, sometimes it's a sacrifice I gotta make whenever I quote these quick lead times. Heck yeah, I can barely hear the saw. That's pretty cool. Nice to know. So this gimbal's about to die, and this right here would tell me that it's about to um, uh, fail on me miserably in the middle of my work. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug that booger on the charge. Cross that bridge later on. All right. Now let's see what the heck was going on with this phone call. Give me just a second. Uh, I'm not able to do that right now. Uh, fun. No. All right. Hang on a second. This is going to be kind of difficult. You guys got any questions while I'm working on this? Feel free to ask. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I would like to know what you guys think. Is everybody liking the noise canceling headphones? Pretty good. 1137 seems to think they're doing pretty well and canceling all that saw noise. What do you guys think? Did it do pretty good? Uh, Text the code. Myself. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing some extra work at the same time, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and put a clamp on here, and you guys will get to see how this works here in just a second. So give me a moment. I gotta do an edit on something for a website real quick. Doing some oddball extra work, and then I'll be done with it in just a second. Uh, items right here. Items. Uh-oh, that's not good. I don't like that at all. Don't like that at all. No, don't you dare. Didn't like that feeling. Okay, we're pretty good. Items. It's not hurt my feelings if you guys ain't got no questions as soon as I get back. That's too much. No. We're gonna be. All right, cool. Back to this. Get to work. I need to get another. Uh, I'm grabbing something over here. I'm not taking you guys with me. Sorry. I apologize. Yeah, this should work. I don't know if this is what I used last time or not, but this is what I'm gonna use this time. Let me go check in here real quick. Yeah, I think it is. All right. I feel like it's the same thing I used. I did another live. I think this is what I used, but if it's not, then I don't really care because I'm going to use it anyway. All right. We've got this. I'm not going to go over to the bandsaw because the bandsaw blade is not a metal cutting blade anyway. So there's no point in going over there. So we're going to use our handy dandy little handheld sawzall. I've got this edge is not straight by any means, but if I go over here, this edge is already straight. So I'm just going to cheat and use the edge that's already straight right here. And cut this piece. Gotcha. Copy, you got to build some stuff for 7/8. This is what I'm doing right here, building for 7/8 at the moment. This is a whole 7/8 setup for a customer right here. This is a custom coax bracket, custom clamp for their setup. Uh, what up? Hello. Watch out for that heater. It's gonna burn you. So be careful. Oh, what is it? Soup? Chicken soup. Whoop whoop. Supper. Cold outside? It is cold outside. We've got confirmation. All right, bye. So this is probably the worst place I could have put that, but at the same time, I have a straight edge that can get by that mistakes that I make. Ta-da! Whatever. We'll just cut straight through it. We don't care. That's not the tip of this. So, not trying to do nothing special, just trying to keep my hand out the way while I'm working. And I also kind of want to do it over here, to be honest. Am I in the shot? Yeah, you guys can see. So now I can straighten that edge out real quick on this bandsaw. I'm gonna cheat, or not bandsaw, but belt sander. So I'm gonna be right there. Give me just a second. Move this out the way. I need to do like a whole shop, uh, like ventilation vacuum system, something. I ain't got that kind of money, but that'd be pretty cool. Sorry, I don't know how good this noise canceling is. I'm putting it through the ringer now. So, woo-hoo. Good enough. Doing what we need to do. Go down here. Let's see what we're doing. Howdy. Up we go. It should be good, maybe. Yes. So I'm not gonna be using that either. I gotta start putting my aluminum away, but we'll go somewhere else. In a minute, my Bluetooth may start messing up because it just made it sound like it's trying to die. So we'll see how that goes. All right, we've got the exact height for this. We had a total height here. What do we have? Total height here. When you add that up, just under 5. That's fine. We can stack it on 5 and make it dead on 5. All right. So we had height above surface. Yeah, we'll just do that way. Because then the whole height above surface will be the exact same 5 as what I was doing before. Okay. Sweet. This is pretty awesome. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to do this. I got to make sure this doesn't fall inside any minimum requirements. I think we're just going to use how we want to do this. I think I should build a match. No, I'm just going to offset it. So we'll offset it to one side that doesn't matter. That's going to be this one. So this right here, closer to the outside. It's definitely frustrating just trying to think of all the different ways you could do something faster, but also at the same time, like, shouldn't I make these holes symmetrical? No, I shouldn't. Do I want to? Yes. Is that really annoying? Absolutely, because it requires more precision that I really want to do right now. It's really annoying. Luckily, my eyeball was right where it needed to be, and I was dead on. But it's just frustrating. I'm within like a tenth of a millimeter on that eyeball. That's a pretty good eyeball. All right, so go ahead and drill these 2 holes. We're just gonna drill it right here on the bench, just because I can, and I'm here, and literally nothing stopping me from being done with this project. So except for this. So I'm gonna speed this up. Could go over to the drill press, but I'd have to move you guys again, and I don't think it's. I'll know in a moment whether I regret that decision or not, but we gonna go with it. Both brackets. I absolutely messed the whole bracket on this quote. I know I'm positive I did by the time I've spent so far. I will remember though next time not to make dumb quotes. I stick with all my quotes if I can help it within reason, especially if I don't tell a customer otherwise. Uh, but if I'm early on, then of course, or if I'm doing a, or if I'm doing like a custom quote, that I tell the customer, obviously I have no clue what time it's going to take, and then they're willing to accept my open bid, then of course I will charge whatever at that point. But this customer, I gave a quote because I thought I had everything in my head, and I did not. So that's how it works. I was on the phone with them for like an hour or so, and you forget about stuff. I'm going to use my deburring tool rather than use a knife. A lot of times I'll use a knife on stuff like this, but I have a tool just for this job. All right, drill another hole. I don't really want to drill that right there. I think I'm gonna drill it right here. That's such a terrible location. All right, because I'm not left-handed. Well, such a annoyance trying to do something when you're not when you're not left-handed. Oh yeah, good timing. This drill, ever since I bought it, a nice drill, brushless drill, great, strong, everything. But these pins on the contact pins on the battery are probably the most annoying pins I've ever had to deal with. That's what's nice about having a hammer drill rather than an actual regular drill. Because where that started hammering like that booger would have yanked my hand. But that's why I actually drilled like this, because I already knew what tool I had in my hand. If I had a regular drill, I wouldn't be doing that. I would not be attempting that way. This is a bit more heavy duty work than what this mat was really originally designed for. But it's holding up pretty well. When I was doing that electric motor the other day, that really was way more than it was designed for. It was not, it held it pretty well like a champ, but it was dumb of me to do that, but I did it anyway. So needless to say, I'll be getting a new mat for my bench here very soon. And that probably I'll just expand my bench rather than like throw these mats away. I'm just expanding my bench, making it bigger every time. Deburr that. So now we got to do our holes through here. Let's line this up. So this is our base setup right here. I could just line this up and drill this real quick. Do that. Oh, I can get a clamp. Aha, I got that. So let me go grab a clamp real quick. Give me a second. I don't know where my shorter clamps are. Oh, just, oh, I didn't have one. Okay, we're good. All right, comments. What you guys saying? Oh, chicken and dumplings. Uh-huh. Well, I appreciate the chicken and dumplings. Thank you very much. Yeah, it snowed here. Sorry, it was 10 minutes ago. That was a terrible response time. I was stuck on another screen, so I didn't see what you guys had to say. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna do 2 clamps is what I'm gonna do. Just because I've got enough clamps to do it, so might as well. We'll do 2 clamps. So I'll do my big clamp back here because it's a big old 2x4. And I'm about to be rough on my bench again. Nothing crazy. I'm just gonna tighten it up. I don't have to deal with this thing moving. And whenever I do that, I'm clamping on the mat right here. So now get plenty stout right there. So we'll line this up right here. We'll see if I can keep this booger straight. I do know if I can do it this way. I'm sure it might be impossible, but we gonna try it. That'll flip it backwards for sure. I'll have to make sure I got the center of gravity lined up. Not the center of gravity, but the center point lined up pretty well. I'll be kind of a balancing act. We'll see. You guys got faith in me? What do you guys think? Is it gonna flip out on me? It didn't kick out. We're good. So we're going to drill our holes. This is lined up. Let's go ahead and drill. I'm gonna fix these on the video soon enough. No, no, though. I ain't got time for it. Rather than walking over there, I'm gonna bring the whole vacuum over here. You guys said the noise canceling was pretty good, so uh, let's just do that. It's gonna crowd me out if I go back over to my uh like machine shop, if that's what you want to call it, area. But it would be pretty nice to have it right here next to me. I'm gonna have to stop that real fast. If I keep on with that, I'll clean up my whole shop. I gotta quit. So now this is lined up. We're good. I just gotta go ahead and I'm gonna put some temporary bolts in here, I think, if I've got something. I don't really have any 1/4 inch hardware. Hardly at all. What do I have that's 1/4 inch? I have a random tool set down here. Uh, is that gonna work? No. Let me just use this. So none of these are 1/4 inch. I'm just gonna throw them on here temporarily. Uh, I might just leave them on here. I don't know. Anything shorter than that? I do. Whatever. I'll be nice. I'll throw this in. Not hardware I quoted, but whatever. They can change it out later if they don't like it. Hey, that burger came back on. Wonder if it was just resetting or something. Yeah, it looks like I don't know what it did. It's charged up enough and turned back on now. Can't tell what's happening. Heck yeah, man, that's cool. Noise canceling's awesome. Can't even hear the drill. That's good to know. So I need to go over here and find the rest of you guys. Kill that. Look over here, type in. One of these days we'll be able to type in. Heck yeah, man, we can type it in now. I'm popular enough on YouTube to type in D-Win's RF supply and it still show up. That's cool. Is this a today video? That is not a today video. Where's the rest of there's today's video. Sweet. So, well, I found that one. That's working just fine. That's pretty cool. All right, cool. Let's pause that booger. See if I can get off that. So minimize and kill that and open that one back up. All right, cool. Sorry, I was a little distracted. I needed to see if what was going on over on YouTube land. Make sure it was working good. I got Twitch going right now, YouTube going right now, and I've got what's the other one? YouTube, Twitch. I'm supposed to have Instagram and um X also, but they're not working right for some reason, and I'm not worried about it at the moment. Not for a little while, at least. But yeah, this new thing is pretty sweet. I don't have a major complaint on it. I don't really care for their advertisement. They're advertising their stuff in the corner, that little Prism Live thing, which is pretty cool. It's not, like I said, it's not the end of the world. Um, I haven't even tried to remove it, but I don't really mind them if they make a good service. Might as well let everybody else know what I'm doing. They can. It's not like it affects my business one way or the other. I got to find my 11 mil. Where's my 11 mil? Probably sitting right. Bet you it's not an 11. Might be a 10. It is an 11. They're up. You guys don't know. That's what friction will do for you. When you have a bit that's tight enough, um, or going fast enough, it'll catch friction on these joints right here, and it won't even slip. Uh, Fun little tidbit for you guys that are trying to tighten something up and be like, I can't find my wrench. All I got is my drill. If you got your drill and you got a socket, you can do pretty much the whole job. I think I'm going to leave this on here in tight. No, I can't. I've got to set this flush and flat somewhere. So let's try this. Let's try this. Top of the Facebook's working. Hey, what's up, man? Long time no see. Mr. D Man out of the sand pile. All right, so that's not going to work as well as I want it to. How can I do that in a way that I like? I don't know. I do know I'm going to have to pull these out. I could probably pin these in, maybe. I'm not quite sure how I want to do this. If I had a custom jig, I'd drill a hole, 2 holes in the bench, and I'd line it up, and then I'd have it set up where I could do whatever I needed to do. But I don't currently have a custom jig, so I'm not currently going to do that because there's no benefit. So let's go ahead and remove this real quick. I can use that same friction to get this thing loose most of the time. Sometimes it takes a wrench on the backside, but this drill's about done. Look, watch this. Same drill, or same setup, same battery, same everything, just a different drill. Swap over from my brushless. Even though it's stronger, I don't need a stronger drill right now. I can go over to my other brushless right here. It's a little cheaper. It's a brushless compact. So pop it in there every time and it'll work. I don't like it as much because there's a little bit of latency. You might not be able to see because the video, uh, between when I actually pull the trigger and when it actually, performs the function. So I don't like that much. Kind of irritates me to be honest, but, it's not the most expensive drill ever to have a brushless drill. The other one cost, I think, a little bit more money. I don't remember how much. Roby's not nearly as expensive as well, it can be. Let me just not say that. It can be just as expensive as all the other brands if you buy the right ones. All right. So scoot that forward and then we'll clamp that booger down right there. Just like that. So now I'm not gonna be able is that gonna be able to close all the way? If this jaw goes all the way down, I'll have to clamp it back here. That's the only way I can do this. It's not the ideal way to clamp something, but um, it's the way this one's going to get clamped. I have some C clamps that would do just fine, and they got wide enough jaws to do all this, but ah, dang it. Yeah, let me get the C clamp. Give me a second. I don't like C clamps, to be honest. They just kind of irritate me. Uh, my big one's been modified to go on a drill, so I'm not going to be using it. I'll just use this little 4-inch. It should be. Oh, I might have to get the bigger one. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this 6-inch. Dang it. Well, you guys will see my modified C clamp anyway then. So I got some stuff hanging on it right now, so I gotta move some stuff around real quick. Well, whatever. That fell. Put it over there. It's making me do a little bit of work over here, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of work off camera real quick. I was trying to clip some things on the C clamp, and until I tighten up the C clamp, it won't clip. So give me a second. Clip number one, and then clip number two. Oh, that one there, I guess. Good enough. Good enough for government work. Now, I gotta find wherever the heck my big drill is over here. It'll do the job. I'll show you guys the trick to this. So, I was lazy one day, and I didn't want to have to deal with lots of other stuff. So what I did was lined up my drill on the C clamp. Um, is it practical? Not extremely. Um, is it useful? I know. I got what do you call it, set on it right now, a clutch. So I don't want to go crazy with it. And it's not perfect, but I'm going to loosen this other one up and see if it'll do what I need it to do now that I loosen this other. I just need this thing to sit a little bit more flush than what it is right now. Pretty close, not perfect, but we're not going to cry about it too much. So whenever I drill or pop my hole, I'm going to, so I got my first hole. Second hole, of course, is going to be blocked by my C clamp. So go ahead and tighten this up. Take it off. That's the lazy way to do a C clamp when you don't have these quick Bessie clamps. This is back years ago. I didn't have those. And then, of course, I've got a quick slide feature that allows it to slide up and down, but it doesn't always engage, and it's just annoying to deal with. So then, whenever I got these, of course, it handled most of the stuff for me, but we still have remnants of my old MacGyver self. So, oh man, let's go ahead and do this real quick since I'm here. Where's my handy dandy Sharpie? I'm building a coax bracket for some 7/8 onto a beam. That'll give the customer a way to clamp this. So this bracket right here is fairly complicated. So excuse me, it's not complicated. It's just kind of a pain to build. Not a complicated thing. As long as you got the time and the effort will to put in it, then you can do it pretty easily yourself. Um, I do these videos so that people can do their own if they want to do their own. If they want me to do them, then I can do them for them if they wanted. It's not really a market that I'm really trying to break into right now. I'm not that concerned about it. Let's figure out how wide this is and make that a little bit. Well, let's just do this. All right. Where's my punch? Right here. Pretty dang close to lining up. That's fine. Drill our hole here on each one of these. It's cool how the noise canceling's working good. I know I'm repeating myself over that, but that's uh pretty cool. So tell me if the noise canceling gets messed up because I'm about to have to take the right earbud and throw it on the charger. So tell me if the noise canceling is broke now or if it swapped over to a different headphone and now the audio has changed. Because I'm very curious if it has. I'll have to figure this out before we start going doing our lives whenever I'm out and about. Because when I'm doing key downs and stuff, I may do like a plug up headphones and do like a commentary and stuff. And then afterward, like whenever something cool's happening, I'll put the headphones up maybe. I don't know. Tell me if the audio changed, guys. So I'm going to drill this hole real quick. This might be a little dull. Oh, this further off. Do I have my little broom? Oh, I usually keep a little broom on my bench that I can sweep off all my shavings. Fine. Next. Excuse me. Let me go a little lower. I don't really want to have to deal with that stuff bouncing up on that computer. It's a little bit too expensive of a computer to be throwing some trash up on it. All right, get this crap out of my lap. We'll vacuum up the floor in a little bit. We got to line this up real quick. Deburr this. So the noise canceling is still working good. That's great to hear because I've only got one headphone in and the other one died on me. That is excellent to hear because then we will be doing we'll do doing some lives in like I said in Hawaii and in Gulfport or wherever else we have breaks this year, Waltersboro, South Carolina. Um, Anywhere that I'm live, whenever I want like just to be able to talk to you guys, I'm gonna plug up my headphones. And whenever I don't, ooh, let's try that. Let's try it real quick. Since uh uh absolutely appreciate the feedback there. Oh, 11:37. Let's make it. Yeah, for sure. The feedback's appreciated. But I'm gonna do this real quick. See if it kills the noise canceling altogether. So I'm gonna do something loud and noisy. See if the audio went to crap and if it's hard to hear me now on your headphones there. So, I know you'd mentioned that before, so I'm kind of curious. This is our initial line. So let me know if it got worse there, 11:37, because I just turned off the headphones, and I'm pretty sure the audio would have gotten worse. I need my clamps real quick. I'm prepping to drill these holes, guys. I'm not doing nothing super special, just getting ready to lock this down. So now, what I gotta do from here is just, even though it's very short, I don't have much room. best I can. Yep, we are good. We're level. So now I got to drill these 2 holes right here. I'm just going to drill them without it being mounted on anything because it really doesn't matter. What's up? See you in February, man, for sure. Heck yeah, glad you got it. That's awesome. You guys, if y'all want to win something, make sure y'all come to hang on, let me make sure I get this right. Laupa Hoe. And then, of course, that's in the most southern accent possible, but I believe that's right. Make sure you come to the Laupa Hoe meet and greet in Hilo, Hawaii, or above Hilo, actually. It's on the Big Island. I think it's about an hour above Hilo. Maybe an hour and 30 minutes or so. But hope you guys get to make it. It's going to be a fun time. And yeah, heck yeah, man. Looking forward to seeing you. Custom coax bracket today for some 7/8. I'm going to hit this with a vacuum real quick so I don't have to deal with it. Alright, so this project's nearing completion, but we still got a little bit more to go. I would like to find maybe a faster method to do this. If I had like a pre-cut jig, I already had this stuff measured out, then I could do this way faster. But you live, you learn. I don't have those things. So, and I want to build a certain way and maintain a certain level of quality. So it just takes me more time. It's just part of it. Not that I'm trying to be like the most accurate person in the world. There's, of course, machinist dudes who would look at me and like, man, look at that line. That's not even straight. You're off a millimeter over there or whatever other length in some other position. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to make a functional piece that does what it needs to do while also giving the customer a good product. So I know the RF functionalities of what this is and what it does. So that's what I'm focusing mainly on building. Oh, I could build something else on the video. I just thought about that. So let's do that real quick. I don't know what time it is. I might stop the live today after this, but I got more to do anyway, even on this project. Or I might go. Let's just do it this way. I think it looks better done that way. You and you here. I need 2 lock washers right here. 1, 2. All right. Now, I thought I had another one, but I don't. Maybe right here. That's how she lines up. That's not lined up at all. We'll have to straighten that out. So that's irritating. Maybe it's just I got a little bit of play and movement in here, possibly, or it could be just my bits that's that dull. This one's fine, but this one walked on me, apparently. Maybe my bench was just sitting too low or something whenever I drilled it. But we gonna have to make that one a little better. That don't look right. That ain't right. Like that other video says. There's a inspector who does stuff like that. That's pretty cool. That worked out well. Now, take our drill bit and get it lined up. I don't know how it went off that far, but hey, it can happen. I don't have the sharpest of bits at the moment. If you look at the tip of my bit, I've kind of eat the tip of it out a little bit. Unfortunately, it looks like it has finally caught up with me today. Yeah, we're going to have to make that longer. Look, I got tools to make this happen. If that's not long enough, I got something else to make it even longer. Okay. Better, unfortunate, but better. True machinist laughing at me if I did something like that. Messed up a hole like that bad. But hey, I am not perfect. I don't claim to be either. Not that bad. It looks horrible whenever I had it over there earlier, but it's not as far off as I thought. It's definitely because the drill bit walked on me. I believe, at least I want to believe I was more accurate than that. Not perfect by any means, but still, we're doing good now. All I needed to do is sit flat right there, then I'm going to lay out this layout right here. So this is going to sit in here. We got to figure out what size you are, and then run this down. So we're going to measure from the bottom up, 40 mil. Let's go ahead and get 40 mil. That's not. So from this point up, I'll just measure with a measuring tape. Then center line. I gotta do that one real quick. I don't need that no more. We got all the hardware we need as far as that goes. Caliper right here. Of course, we got 40 to the bottom, but I need to center line to the center point. Don't have to be perfect, but I'd like to be pretty accurate. So let's just go 52. So we pick. So let's pick 26. So 6 from center line. 6 from center line. Split the difference between the two. This will be centered. Am I going to use this measurement for anything? Yes. Something very specific. So. 76. From here, bottom to here. That's where our center is supposed to be, 76. So that will have this lined up at the proper height. From that point, I need to go ahead and measure the width of this device right here. Mil. So we're going to measure. I wish I could do that. That would be so cool. Alright, so we got 25 mil. We're going to save that. We're not worried about nothing else. Now, I need to do this mark right here. It's kind of important. Don't have to be perfect by any means, but Alright, so now we got our center line right there. We got our halfway point right there. We need to measure 12.5 mil pretty much on each side. Need to make sure I don't have any tolerance for this. So I can loosen this up, tighten it up. Just a hair over 12.5. So let's just do 12.75 mil. 12.75 from this point right here. This is my center line. Ooh, this is pretty cool. Of course, would a compass do this? Yeah, but I'm just marking this just because I can. It seems kind of cool. I can't get it to stay still. Alright, whatever. So I'm just marking a small semicircle right there. Does it matter if it's dead on? No. But I just need to get a good idea where it's at. Something like that. So now I got an idea where center point is. I got an idea where both edges are. I got an idea where the bottom edge is right here. Well, hang on a second. There we go. And top edge, bottom edge, each side. That's all I need. From there, I can go ahead and figure out my standard conversion. Figure out what size I need for my just a 1-inch bit. So I'll get a 1-inch bit real quick. Go ahead and cut this thing up from center. Mark my center line. Make sure we're 70. We already knew we're 75 mil was the center point. So that's all that mattered. Doesn't matter how tall or how low that is, now that I think about it. That first measurement did it all for me. Center point is always going to be 75. From there, any other measurement that I get is going to be off that 75. So ideally, everything I need will cover all that. 8, just about 1 inch. The only mistake I could make here, really, in any real fashion, would be to let this bit walk. This one's a sharp bit, so hopefully we will not have that trouble. What time is it, man? You guys are... Yeah, alright, we're doing good on time. Oh, let me, you guys didn't say a dang thing after I, alright, yeah, Bluetooth again. Now that's had a chance to charge a little bit. Let me know if the audio has improved again for the guys that are still hanging out. But I'm gonna do this over here in a place. I gotta take this off. Hang on, this ain't gonna work. We are not playing this game today. So I've got to do this over here. Give me a second. Up and over. You guys are gonna see me over there for a minute. Give me a second. You hear me just fine right here, but I'm not doing that where I work over there. I'll do it right here. That way I can clean it up later. Right. Covers all that. Then I got to do 2 more pieces with my bandsaw right here. I didn't take y'all with me because it was just a quick cut, and I'm not trying to spend all night out here working. Coming over there to take this out. These are pretty cool bits, but when you put a lot of tension on them, sometimes they don't. Let me cut this now. Where's my? That's some high frequency. Oh man, got this the rest of the way with my sawzall because knocked my blade off. It's not the right blade for that, so I need to hold this down with a clamp somewhere. Let me take the clamp over there. Whatever. I'm not. Give me a second, guys. I'm coming back. I think my Bluetooth died on one ear again. I thought it would charge faster than that, but I guess it doesn't. 10 minutes is not enough. Okay. All right. I'll leave this clamp over here. All right. Over here we go. Ta-da! Right. Realistically, because of what I'm doing right now, copy way better. That's awesome. That's great. So as long as my Bluetooth stays alive, I don't know about for these super long lives in the future, but I may find like a clip lanyard Bluetooth or something, some sort of microphone that you guys will be able to hear me better on than that factory one, like you said, is pretty bad. Oh no, I messed around and didn't have that lined up. It's close, but it's not lined up. Not exactly. Let's line this one up first. Really? I got enough room to. That's cool. That's pretty encouraging. Okay, so I'm gonna be a little bit nicer to this customer, way nicer than I should be in comparison to what I've quoted. Like, I didn't quote for all this, but these make for good videos. Even though I didn't think I was going to be doing all this on a video, still a good video. I guess sense. All right, let's check out this hardware real quick. See how this lines up. There's number one lines up just fine. Number two, also lines up just fine. Let's go ahead and grab just some random nuts and have them at least somewhat snug on there. And let's see if number three lines up. Lines up. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy. So the customer will have hardware in the packaging, so they don't have to have this hardware. This is not going to be provided. because it's not needed. Oh, the way it's going to set up will be like this. This is going to set up right here, and that'll clamp to right there. Ta-da! That's how she'll look in the end. My phone's about to die, and it hasn't warned me at all. So maybe that'll get me at 4%. So that's how this sets up. This is a full setup from stem to stern on a proper clamp. So he'll have to do his own U clamps here and his own U bolts right there. But he has got everything he needs to be able to set this up. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up at the right position and go ahead and line this up, because this is something I believe is probably going to be a little bit more. Well, I'll just do it like this. I'm not going to do it like that. I was thinking about just go ahead and doing it all for the customer, but it makes it too hard to ship. So I'm just going to, oh, I didn't get the right ones. I used the back of nuts wherever they're at. Or they're right here. It's that one. I don't quite know what the holdup is on that one. Guess it's just a little burr on the threads. There we go. We're clear. Yeah, I'm holding this forward because I would have been out of the shot. All right. Ta-da! And then this hardware, of course, goes through here, but I'm just going to go ahead and mount it. This doesn't go there, but that's for another build. And there's a lock washer sitting right here. So let's got the customer one clamp here. I'll be fine right there. And then he'll have all his stuff from there. All right. Sweet. Best case scenario, all the brackets are done. Everything's set up. All they got to do is drill their holes. Hopefully I'll reference this video whenever they need it. All right. I'm done for the evening. I've got more work to do later on, but this covers everything with this build except for the wire that will be here shortly. What is up with that? That looks like it's a little bit. No, it's not. It's the same. We're good. But check that clamp. Make sure she clamps down. We're good to go. We got a clamp on just fine. I may modify that. I don't know. I'm probably gonna check it again later. It takes a little bit of hot glue to fix that. That's the end of this video. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Appreciate y'all hanging out, and I will catch y'all in Hawaii if you're gonna make it. If you're not gonna make it, then I will see y'all at the next break. Whatever the next one is after that. So, see y'all.